Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Now, I'm sure you guys are going to be excited for this video. I'm going to be talking about how my RPM is so high, and a lot of you guys, not a lot, but a few of you guys who clearly aren't using your brain to your full capacities thought that guys, I don't even want to go into it, bro. There's so many like haters who like themselves don't understand anything and then they think they're right, and then it's just like kind of sad for me to read because it's like, bro, you're just like you're typing this in the comments thinking you're right with a smile on your face, but you're just wrong, okay? People are saying I have like 7 cent, 8 cent RPMs. I've said this before, guys. I got monetized a week ago. So obviously, if I go to my last 28 days, this RPM isn't right. This is based off of the views I got in the last 28 days. But I was only monetized a week ago. Again, I don't need to really explain this. You know, most people understand it, thankfully. So we're just going to look at my last 7 days because I've been monetized for 7 days. And my actual RPM right now is around 23 cents Canadian. So around a 17 cent USD RPM, which is actually pretty good. And the reason it's so high is honestly because of a few things. Now, number one, obviously, my niche is pretty, I would say, global slash an English speaking niche, if that makes sense. So it's tailored towards, English speaking countries like Canada, USA, stuff like that. Like my language in the videos is obviously English. My text is English, all that stuff, which is, again, pretty normal things. And by the way, after they added this engaged views thing, bro, the revenue has just been dropping. It's still crazy. I'm still very grateful and very happy and excited because I'm working on a lot of stuff. I started 2 brand new channels, which are pretty good. I'm also going to start a 3rd channel, which I'm going to record a series about using this new tool that I use, which helps you find like popular niches and popular videos and stuff to recreate, which is super cool. But another thing, what you could do in terms of like, why RPM is high. Now, most of my videos, like if we go to like this video, for example, if we go to the audience, as you guys can tell, like 35% of it is from the US. Right now, obviously we have the Philippines and Indonesia and India, which are all very low RPM countries. So this, kind of cucks it a bit, but majority, I mean, 40% is UK and US, which is really good. And then not even that, a lot of it is pretty mature audience. I mean, like over 50% of my audience is between 25 to 44 years old. Now, again, these are a few factors which come into play when you guys are actually creating your content, picking your niche and things like that. So for example, if you're in the gaming niche, number one, your audience is primarily going to be like younger people, depending on what game it is. So you can expect to have lower RPMs in that sense. However, like, for example, like Minecraft and Roblox, guys, you could literally get like hundreds of millions of views on like a Minecraft short because it's such a global thing. So even though your RPM might be less, the chance of you getting more views is higher. So at the end of the day, like this short could have 30 million views, right? With like a mature US audience. But if you have a Minecraft short with 200 million views, you could still earn the same amount of money. You know what I mean? Like, again, all these things kind of matter, but the best way to have such high RPMs is number one, to be in a high RPM niche. So that means like not gaming, brain rot. I don't know. There's certain like type of niches that are really bad, but high paying niches are like finance. Like some sort of finance videos are insane. Like genuinely, you could probably get 40, 50 cent RPM. So if you know how to create some sort of good finance videos, you could do that. Or, anything that's like TV show based, like a US TV show, US movie based, as long as you're able to transform it and actually get monetized, like TV shows and movies like that are catered towards the US audiences are huge. Comedy shows, you know what I mean? Like anything that's like US audience, huge. So that's step one in terms of how you can get a high RPM. Number two could be like your channel, actually like the channel settings. Make sure your country is like, one of those countries. I mean, again, if you're living in like India or something and you like create like an account, like obviously, YouTube's going to push your videos towards Indian audiences, which again comes to the point, like it's going to be low RPM, but you can still get higher views. But what I would say is create a brand new account. Select your country as Canada. Even though when it goes to AdSense, it's still going to be like, India and stuff, but you can still set it to Canada when you're looking, or US, sorry, when you're looking for content. So when you open the incognito tab, go to the top right, change your settings to country to like US and see what's working in US and create US based content. In the starting, it'll be rough if you're in like a different country that's not USA, because YouTube's going to first push it out to like your country's audience. But over time, as it realizes that like this type of content is more catered to like, the US audience, it'll start pushing it there. So you have to be patient if you're, in a different country. So, create content that's like that. I would also say like posting at a time. So this, I mean, this kind of helps you go viral, which in a way is better for like higher RPMs because you're reaching more audience. And obviously if you're reaching the right audience, it helps. So I'd say post around the right times. Like if you live in India, your 10 a.m. might be like 12 a.m. at night here, or like in the US, for example. So don't post then. Post maybe like when it's 10 a.m. for like US audiences, right? Or like I post at 10 a.m. for Canadian time. So I'd say like the time you post also matters. But it really just comes down to like the actual content and like the niche. But a few high paying niches that I can give you guys, if you're creating a new channel, which I'm going to be doing. Actually, I have done 2 new channels in different niches because I keep telling you guys the ranking niche is super saturated, but you don't listen. If you're new coming into shorts, like this one guy commented like, oh, bro made $2,000 and he's saying the ranking niche is not good. Yeah, I started this channel 2 months ago when it wasn't saturated and competitive. And now there's like probably 2,000-3,000 more channels that have been created. So yes, it's a good niche, but if you've been doing it otherwise, there's 100 other people like you who are seeing this and creating the exact same content. And a lot of the content, or 90% of it, is really bad and low effort, including the guy who commented. I saw his actual shorts. He's obviously doing ranking content and like, it's just low effort content. I didn't get to where I am by doing that. So my point is like, when I say it's not a good niche, is like everything is timing. It's about timing. 2 months ago, this was a good niche. When I found it, when I did the whole research, I did the same process again. I did my research and I found 2 more good niches that I currently started my channels in, right? So like before they get super saturated, I want to make sure, I test them, I do my, part in them. But again, I would say, guys, don't look at other people, what they're succeeding in. Like that's the mistake I made. I went into the food voiceover niche, which a lot of you guys are in, like that, you put a voiceover content. That's what I did. I did it for 3 months. It didn't get me anywhere because I didn't do my side of the things. So when you're looking for high RPM content, go to an incognito tab in YouTube, change your country to US, and look for channels that are in like TV show, movie clips, finance, that sort of niche, and are actually monetized. I'm not talking just re-uploading clips because you're not going to get monetized, but look for content or ideas where you can transform it and things that are popular. Like this one guy, he makes so much money off of Grey's Anatomy, off of like clips, or like he transforms or edits clips of Grey's Anatomy. And since that's such a big show in the US, bro, number one, he's getting a lot of views. Number two, his RPMs are insane. So you guys got to think outside of the box here, right? But anyways, that's basically gonna be it for this video. If you guys made it to the end, comment RPM down below. I'm super excited for my new channel and everything like that. And let's just say I'm cooking. And if you guys want to get yourself a music deal, which has been going insane for me as well, I finally got that figured out for you guys. The form will be in the description down below. You just have to have a good channel and a good, like I would say, just performing pretty good, at least like a couple 100,000 views. But again, I mean, apply. If you are accepted, you'll get an email back from the company. And essentially what happens is you use their music in your shorts as like background music. You can put it all the way down to like 15%. It has to be at least 15%. And then you start making money from that. And it doesn't affect your YouTube ad revenue. And you can actually earn from that before you're even monetized on YouTube. That's what was happening with me. And now it's just double income. So if I have like 10 channels and I'm like, let's say I'm not monetized on YouTube, I can still get a music deal and I can still earn revenue. And like, even if the RPM is 3 cents and 10 channels times 3, that's 30-cent RPM technically, right? So again, figure it out. I did my part. I gave you guys the information. Now you guys got to go use it however you want. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 4,000. Thank you for all the support. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.